and welcome back to Stranded Deep. You join us once again in the map editor. We are looking at our map, this big blue hole. Now, what I thought we would do this episode is an exercise in editing. You see, what we need to do is see what this looks like in real life, get an idea of how everything is settling outside of the map editor itself, because there are a few things this won't do. You won't get weather. You won't get storms, and you don't really get a feel for how the place is going to render or even look like, or what it's missing or what it needs until you are actually in the game itself. And there are other things like gaps in the water mesh and various bits and pieces. So what I would normally do is test the island. And we've done that once in a video. I think we probably did it for Hobbes Rest, actually. And then I would do another test at another point in time, because it's all very well trying to do as much as you can on videos, but sometimes you need to really just stop the recording and get right in there. Get up to your elbows deep in stuff. So this will be a kind of a first look in the real world. There's a lot of things missing. There are a few passes that need to happen, but we do need to get this kind of looking decent. So let's hop into the real world. In fact, no, let's hop into the cartographer first and show you how to put a map into the real world. So we're back in the cartographer. This will be familiar to anyone who has actually just clicked on the cartographer button from the main menu. This is the current world map. The red square is where we are. The skull and crossbones in 0.44 are mission squares. I think those are being removed in later versions of the game. This island here that kind of looks like the Millennium Falcon is our home island. That's Hobbes Rest. Now, what we can do is take our, not that one, take our island, Blue Hole, and I'm going to actually remove one of the mission islands. So I'll pop it over there, replace, yes. So what I've done is I've left click, drag, and you drag this little tile and then you drag it over any of these squares that aren't red. So we've done that. I'm going to hit apply, yes, and then I'm going to go back to the main menu and then just continue my game. And we are back in the game. We're back in the real world in 0.45. Wait, is this 44 or 45? I cannot remember. This is whichever one they introduced the stupid water update in, and everyone now has to have water leaves, and it's a pain in the butt. It really is. We did kill a great white shark last time we were in the game. He is still here, and part of the reason we are in the map editor is because I do not like this water update. It is stupid. Having to get water from leaves is ridiculous. But that's just my personal opinion. We have not a lot of water, plenty of food, health and stuff, but the sun is going down. Our island is, I think it's over there. So what we're going to do is press / on the keyboard, dev tools.time space 9. Okay, so now the sun's up. Cool. And then we're going to do / again. Sometimes it doesn't come up with, you aren't able to type. So I'm just going to left click and then press / and then / again. And now we can type. For some reason, it's just a weirdness with, I don't know, with focus, I guess. So dev tools dot God. All right. So things to note. God will let you fly. Whoa. But it will not save your life. You will still get sunburn, and you will still get hungry, and you can still get attacked by sharks if you stick your face in the ground. So if we come here and have a little look and see if our friend, the great white, is respawned. No, I don't think he has. So we have one great white on the beach, which we legitimately killed, but we need to go and look at our island. So we're going to press W and literally just fly over to the island. These tools kind of be used to cheap because God mode doesn't. Oh, that's not our island. Where's our island? Where are you? Probably over here. I'll hold down shift and we'll fly over there. No, that looks a little bit more familiar. Oh, everything's loading in. Everything's loading in. Is it? Oh, yeah, there we go. So you would normally be in a raft and bouncing around and everything. this looks pretty sweet. It's a little bit different than it looks in the map editor. From up here, the shadows are twitching and glitching. These rocks are not, so put our face underwater. Oh, there's a sea snake, a new sea snake. These rocks are not something we've added. So this is all stuff that has been added by the game randomly. If you put this on a different tile, chances are you get different rocks and rockety rocks and bits and pieces. I think we can still be poisoned in this mode, so that's a bit of an issue. Stick our face in the water and see what's down here. So there's sea snakes. Coral has now stuck itself to the wall. I think we can probably still drown as well. That's a bit of an issue for us. There's seaweed on the boat. Nice. Doesn't actually look too bad. As far as shadows go from the trees and things, that doesn't look too bad. Oh, look at that. So, there's a poisony man, lionfish, right there. And a sea snake, another poisony man. I don't know if they're going to do much to us in God mode. I definitely think we can still be poisoned. What's down here? Okay, so light gets down here. It's very murky, and we're about to drown. But yeah, this isn't too bad. Okay, what's time of day? 10:43. So as far as light goes, if we pop our face under the water again, yeah, that's a long way down. It's a little bit more murky than it is in the map editor, but I'm actually quite happy with that. The walls of the hole itself are covered in coral. There's a lot of fish down here. That's quite impressive. I like this actually. So normally you wouldn't be flying around. You would actually be swimming. So that's cool. And obviously loot and stuff now is going to spawn on the boat. You have to go hold E to interact. We're a little bit faster than normal. So yeah, loots and stuff all in here. As far as light goes, I'm quite impressed with this. Yeah, I think this would be quite good. Most good. All right. And our dude's now drowning. So let's go up. Let's go over here. All right. So what I'm going to do is dev.god. There we go. And now we're walking. So we stopped on the ground, and now we can walk around. Good. We do need to keep an eye on our health and stuff because we still can get burnt and we can still, run out of. So let's have a little bit of water. Fortunately, we packed ourselves quite a bit of water before in the last play session. So cool. Just want to make sure all this stuff is easily walkable across. There's no gaps. There's nothing stupid. Oh, look there. There. A little hole in the mesh. Not really noticeable, but those bubbles do actually signify you might have a problem. So if you see that in the map editor, yeah, you might have a problem there. Otherwise, these rock columns, again, added by the game. Yeah, they're kind of cool. They will trip your raft up, but depending on where you actually put the map in the world, sometimes those things won't even be there. So nothing we can do about that. We just have to make sure. Is that new swimming noise? Yeah, it is. It's a new swimming sound. Okay, cool. Cool. It's interesting. It's deep enough to swim here. These little bits and pieces. Yep, they look cool. Not too much. Again, with our face being so close to the water, or so close to land, it takes on a different look because we are spending most of our time. Can we get up here? Ooh, we can't. Okay. Let's see if we can find a way around. Oh, clownfish. Nice. Let's see if we can actually find a way onto this island. Bloop. There are no sharks in the area, in the immediate vicinity. So this might be a problem. I thought we'd be able to sort of... Oh, no, we can get up here, totally. Right, okay. I'll just make sure we can do that again. I'm just going to keep an eye out for like sea snakes and stuff, because that would not be like a game ender, but it would just be a pain in the butt. So can we... Yep, we can get up there. Okay, cool. So there are ways of getting up. Nice. So I might kind of revise it a little bit. Because if we put an air tank or whatever there, then I might need to make it a little bit easier to get onto. Because if you are in the swimming animation, then your avatar is at a different angle to how it would normally be if you're standing, for example. This stuff, it looks good. It's good. It kind of looks a bit sparse in the editor itself until you get onto the beach, until you get all the light and the sun and everything all sort of kicking off. Just make sure we're not dying. Okay, so can we cross this here? Yes, we can. Okay. So this is exactly what I thought would happen, and it's gone and placed a load of rocks in the entrance to the blue hole. But, ooh. Oh, yeah, now we're not in God mode. That is way, way, way deeper and down. Ooh, yeah, all right. Yeah. So we can easily get in and out. That's not a problem. Can we get in and out here? Let's give it a shot. Yep, that's okay. Good. There are going to be some things like just with the angle of the terrain, some items might just kind of float a little bit, but we're not. That's not a problem. Ooh, can we get across here? That is a question for the ages. Only poisonous fish. Interesting that we haven't put sharks in, but there are still. Oh yeah, there's a poison man. There are still poisonous fish that can ruin our day. Can we? Kind of. Can we get up? Yep. Okay. That's the thing. So we'll take crouch off. There's a fruit there. We don't need it. We can get across here. I might throw an extra rock in here actually, because that looks a bit odd. Yeah. Let's do this. It's okay from that side. I just think the other side might need like an extra rock or something. There's no gaps or anything. Nope. We're getting a few FPS drops. That's not. I don't think that's this island. I think that's that one over there. So if I look left, every time an island is rendered in the viewport. So basically, everything you can see on screen is the viewport, is from the camera. Essentially. So our avatar might not even have a head. It doesn't even need to have a head. It just has a point that says, this is the camera, this is what the player sees. And every time something's rendered in sideways, over there, yeah, little bit of a drop. We're going to be able to get up and down here. What's the time of day? 14:34. Ooh, it's getting a bit late in the day. Dev. Dot time. I sincerely, if they ever take these out, I sincerely hope somebody at Beam Team lets YouTubers know a bunch of extra commands, because it is super useful to have stuff like this, especially if you're making videos and things. Right. Let's see if we can get up here. Can we get up here? Oh yeah. All right, so that works. So we can definitely get onto these islands. Not an issue. It's a little bit tricky, a little bit glitchy, but we can definitely do it. All right. Let's just swim back to the land. Swim. There's a swim noise from the top and a swim noise from under the water. So, now 9 o'clock in the morning. Nice. Cool. Oh, yeah. A lot of this stuff, this stuff here and this grass, we didn't place down. I don't think we placed this stuff down. No, we didn't. This is just based entirely on the height of the terrain. So if you go close to the waterline, you get sand, and higher up you get grass. Ooh, what are you? You're a hole in the mesh. You're a hole in the water mesh. And there. I thought that might be a problem. Steepness of terrain, maybe. Oh, don't know. Does it happen all the way around? It does not. Okay, fine. So we are going to need to sort that out. Does it happen anywhere around here? Oh, bubbles, but no gap. I'm thinking that if there's a storm, there might be a gap. Otherwise, I was kind of just... These little shoals of fish. They're brilliant. I'm loving those. Anything along here that could be seen as a problem? No. Well, that rock has ended up in the water. That's interesting. No. So I think I'll just check on the other side. But I think along here we need to sort of push this back a little bit. Why are we still walking forward? Our little jump off ramp thingy. It looks a lot smaller in game. It's got to be said. That looks way, way smaller here. And yeah, that'll get you far out into the hole itself. Wow. It's very pretty. And even without sharks, still fairly dangerous. Bob Ross's little bush, happy little bush. I think I will do something with these rocks. It just doesn't look enough. I might just take all the rocks out and do something a little bit different with it. Although this looks pretty sweet. Yeah, I'm liking this. And this is fine. Don't really need to go over here, but I will just check the water, make sure there are no gaps in the water mesh. No, it looks pretty okay, actually. Yeah, I mean, I could have brought the raft out here, but oof, we still need to fuel the freaking thing with potatoes. Ooh, potatoes. What about the... Oh, look at that! Yeah! So one of the things we did was shape the seabed around the shipwreck. So it looks like the shipwreck has actually had an effect on the terrain. So it's just like, ooh, you know what? We just needed to make sure it's. Oh yeah, that's pretty sweet. Okay, cool. So we've looked pretty much everything. Oh, wait a second. There's something missing. Yeah, I thought that might be a problem. And it is a problem. Not every time do the sea forts actually spawn in. You might have a problem with sea fort spawning. I don't know what causes it. There should be like a sea fort here. I've had them spawn in once, and it was one of the first things we put down. Unfortunately, it's not here, so I think we might have to delete it and replace it with something different, maybe. Not sure. Not entirely sure. Cool, that does look... That's pretty sweet. Look at that. Oh, yeah. And there's like translucency in the water, so you can just see the boat through the way. Yeah, that's brilliant. I like it. Is this side deep enough to get... Keep an eye out for spiky fish and long movers. Yep. What was... Let's have a little peek up the edge. Oh my god, no. Okay, so we got... Yeah, well, I don't think there's much we can do about the triangular nature of the edge. Oh, there's a long mover. Yeah. Okay. So we might need to smooth this back a little bit. Let's see if there are any... Oh, yeah, no. A lot of smoothing needs to go. So, you know when we're talking about... Ooh, I'm just going to spend all this time smoothing back. This is what I'm talking about. This kind of triangular mess. So we're going to need to sort that out. So, what do we need to sort out? The mesh over there, the smoothness of this particular piece of shore, although the actual... Yeah, there's no bubbles or anything. Seems to work quite well. Most well indeed. So everything seems to be good. I'll just check the outside of it. I don't think we're going to have a problem with the outside. There are a few things you can do. You can just put a rock where the gap in the water mesh is. No, I'm seeing everything is okay. Everything seems to be most good. Yep. Everything's well, John Spartan. Good. That is brilliant in a word. In 2 words, most good. Press tab to open. Gyrocopter parts. Wait. So the thing about loot is it is randomly generated when you first come to the island. But if you leave and don't save and you come back, then you might find the loot is different. So I think, yeah, randomly generated when you come into the tile. We're not going to take anything because there's literally no point. I'm not going to save this as part of the playthrough. 13, 15. Okay, can we see if we can get a storm going? DevTools dot time. Oh, call it not. Can we do that? Is that going to be tomorrow? Is it now tomorrow? 16th of April, 24 days. No, okay. Tools dot time 23. Whoa! Yeah, I think I've just killed us. Alright, quickly find some food. Oh, now we're dying. I don't have any food, but I do have water. Food. Oh. Okay, well, fortunately, we can do this. Good. What is out there? Bubbles. Interesting. There's some sort of particle generator going on there. Oh, this is weird. We're testing the game, but in order to get to tomorrow, let's grab those. Let's just jump off there. Toss it on the floor, and then hit it with an axe. Ugh. Why? We're testing the game, but we still have to eat. So yeah, God mode wouldn't help you with this. We can drink it, or we can eat. I mean, we could have eaten, but apparently it's gone and vamoosed. Right. So what we got? What we got? What time? No, I want to stand up. Can we eat another one without it? There we go. Time is 23:53, so in a moment it'll be tomorrow. Don't worry about this. Oh, Beam Team. You guys are the worst. Literally the worst. And now we're probably thirsty and everything. Yep. Just... Okay. Alright. So it should be tomorrow. It is tomorrow, so we can go... Time 9... No storm. No storm. Oh wait, is that? No, it's a little storm. Sometimes storms will just randomly turn up. I think there's like I want to say 20% chance that you'll get a weather event. Can we just move the time forward a little bit? I really want to see a storm, but I don't think we're going to be able to cheat it. Okay, 11. Nope. And every time we do that, we lose food and water because we're moving forward in time. I don't think today there will be a storm. Okay, so whatever. Those are some interesting tools. That is a look at our map as it is. Interestingly, if you eat more than 2 bits of coconut, you poop yourself. So that's a funny little side note to throw in there. These waves are quite big. In the middle, I'm pretty sure that in the event of a storm, it'll sort of come up here, and it's going to look really freaking weird. But I'm happy with what we've got so far. There are a few things we need to fix. So we need to fix along here. We need to fix it over there. We need to toss a rock in over there. And then we need to do something with Bob Ross's little bush. Right. Happy little bush. Right. You know what? I'm going to leave it there, and we're going to fix all that stuff in the next episode, so I don't have to do any more fucking stupid editing and having to deal with this stupid diarrhea and the stupid water. And fortunately, there are enough yucca plants for fibrous leaves, but we might have to sort something out in terms of food and animal life and then various bits and pieces. Good. Well, if you're liking this series, definitely throw in a little like, throw a little subscribe, and if you do subscribe, click the little bell, because that'll give you a notification of when videos go live. And you know what? I'll catch you next time.